we believe in these Republican majorities. We've worked shoulder to shoulder with these great leaders and each and every one of you to advance policies that are really turning this country around.
There's the Vice President, Mike Pence, yesterday, the Republican retreat in West Virginia. President Trump leaves there in about an hour, and a big address scheduled for around the noon Eastern time hour today, and you'll see it live here on Fox. All right, now, Republican Senator Shelley Moore Capito is from West Virginia, and she's in West Virginia and with me now. And good morning to you. Thank you for your time. I have a rather interesting exchange from the Vice President yesterday with your colleague, the Democrat Joe Manchin in West Virginia. Sent out this tweet on screen. He said, "I looked him in the eye and I told him, Joe," meaning Manchin, "the people of the Mountain State are counting on you, so let's get this tax cut done together." But Joe voted no with a hashtag there, all right? Joe Manchin responds in a rather direct response last night. The Vice President's comments are exactly why Washington sucks. What do you think of that?
Well, I think it's, obviously the Vice President was disappointed. We were sitting in a business who's expanding businesses, giving bonuses to West Virginia workers. And I think that Senator Manchin may have intimated to the Vice President that he was on board with tax cuts. And I think the Vice President was disappointed with that. And you could see that in his speech. At the same time, I reject the premise that Washington sucks. I mean, we volunteer to come here. We ask people to send us to Washington. And we're serving in the greatest deliberative body in the most powerful nation. So I wouldn't use that terminology to say the honor that I have to be a United States Senator.
It appears to me that we're seeing the Republican playbook now for this midterm vote. You are going to call out Democrats each and every time because they did not vote on the tax cut, right?
Well, when you see what's going on across the country, the optimism, the economic boost that we have here in West Virginia, we're seeing it everywhere with bonuses and expansions. You can't deny that this is a great thing. And when people get their checks and they have more on the bottom line of their checks, the American people are going to realize that this was something that was long waited for, and the Democrats are going to be held accountable for the way they voted.
Well, one more thing on Manchin. He said he was the one who helped work with Susan Collins to end the shutdown, and that's the part of the case that he's making on that now. The Vice President, we just heard from him. He's telling you that Republicans have a good story to tell. I want to know what that story is. He also said you've got a lot of work to do. Just give us a sense of what you hope comes out of this meeting in West Virginia.
Well, I think, first of all, we've got to look at what we did do, and that is change the face of the economic forecasting and the economic, our standing globally in terms of the tax reform bill. And so we're going to talk about that, but what are the next steps? We're going to look at bipartisan issues such as infrastructure. We're going to look at trying to combat this opioid addiction that is just cascading across the country, really here in West Virginia, very, very devastating. These are areas where we can work across the aisle. We just heard from Secretary Mattis and Secretary Tillerson about the need for strong military and to stop this continuing resolution way of funding the government. So we got a lot of work ahead of us, but we've got a good story to tell.
What is that story in one line? Can you give it to us?
Let's keep the momentum going of making America stronger, better, and working for everybody, not just certain segments of the population.
We'll see the president there within about 3 hours. Shelley Moore Capito, thank you so much for your time at the Greenbrier.
Thank you.
Thank you.